Hey y'all, Rick Sky here, and within this video I'm going to explain how to make the perfect frozen margarita. So the first thing that you want to do is be sure that you get a quality tequila. Now quality tequila does not have to command a high price tag. What you want to look for is something that's 100% agave, 100% de agave. There's so many different varieties of tequila. Also, I recommend, and this is personal preference, but I like the tequila reposado. That's the one that's kind of got a darker color to it. And then get a, get a mix. This is just a standard margarita mix from a store. You got to be careful with this because you can make it way too sweet, and that's the mistake that a lot of people make. You know, it's okay to use a mix, but just don't make it too sweet. So come on over here, and we are going to make what is quite possibly the perfect frozen margarita. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is get our blender. I really love this blender, and you can find it linked within this video's description. Just a very simple blender, convenient. So we're going to put ice in this. This particular blender has a little fill line right there, but I kind of went over just a hair. Then you're going to get your tequila, however much tequila you want to put in. Again, it's a matter of personal preference. I'm going to do a one and done, so I'll put a decent amount of tequila in there. And then you get your mix. Be sure to shake your mix vigorously. Let it settle for just a second. Now this is where it gets tricky, because if you put too much mix in here, you can make it too sweet. So what I like to do is just about that much. And then now that you can see I've added the tequila in the mix, I may have room for a little bit more ice, which is fine. You know, and that's another personal preference. You know, how much ice do you want? Do you want it a little bit thinner, or do you want it thicker and icier? Keep in mind, if you get it too icy, sometimes it'll stick to the inside of a glass. I mean, it's not as viscous. It doesn't flow as easily. So that's something to take into consideration. So this is what I've got right here. I've got that much ice, and then I got the mix and tequila. Again, this is all personal preference. You know, so I'm gonna put this in here. Make sure it's screwed down. It is. Let it settle for a second. Do it one more time for good measure. Now, if you really want to jazz it up, you can put a freshly cut lime in it, and you can run that around the rim of the glass. The beauty of this blender, I'm going to pat this down. I'll be right back over so y'all can see. I don't want to spill it on my floor. So the beauty of this blender, let me get this so y'all can see it here, is that, see, it just makes an exceptionally, let's see, let's get her into focus here. An exceptionally well blended beverage. See that? It's not too thin and it's not too thick. It still flows around there. See? Zoom this out just a little bit so you can see how that flows. Look at that. So it's not too thick. In my opinion, that's the perfect consistency. And this is something that, as you become more proficient with making your frozen margaritas, that you can start to perfect the art. And then something else you may want to do, and again, completely optional, but you may want to get some margarita salt, and you can put it around the rim of the glass. Now, I'm not going to do it with this because this is just, I'm just going to drink it out of this little blender thing. But if I poured it into a glass, then what I could do is get a lime and run around the rim of the glass, and then put margarita salt around it. So if you really want to make it fancy, that's what to do. But this is how I make the perfect frozen margarita. Tell me how you make the perfect frozen margarita within the comment section below. And again, expand this video's description and then click the link there and you can find where to order this blender like I use. I really enjoy it. It's very affordable and it's machine washable, which is great. Y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, Captain Irix Guy here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to subscribe. It's youtube.com/Irix Guy. And ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership and y'all have a good day.